going to talk for 10 minutes to conclude this session on organics. I'm going to present an activity a business that I set up 4 years ago to try and respond to a certain number of challenges in the organics sector, particularly linked to growth. INGREBIO, what does that mean? Just to explain my story, my history. From 2012, when I decided wanted to become more independent, I worked in ingredients suppliers. And I said, well, there's something to do here that I can do here between ingredients suppliers and those that convert them, transform them in industry, particularly in the organics sector. Because for ingredients suppliers, organics at the time, about 10 years ago, up until 2012, the suppliers didn't necessarily make their organic ranges very visible because it was still a niche market. We didn't have many media support illustrating organic productions, and amongst the traditional methods it still remained very sporadic. And people involved in traditional food industry didn't really know this market. But I met users, ingredients users, industrials involved in conversion, and startups that wanted to launch out into organics activities, and looking for suppliers, solutions, and particularly the sector was starting to really develop and needed innovation, strong innovation. Today, I still talk about the past because it's true that between 2012 and today, even though it was only 4 years ago, things have really changed. And we've got a bit more visibility on biological, organic ingredients today. There's a lot more innovation, especially increasing demand more and more, with a situation which has strengthened this project because there's a lack of raw materials. So the main idea was that between the ingredients suppliers and industrials and users, what could we do to create links and more interfaces specifically for organic products? And that's where this INGREBIO was born. INGREBIO was a consulting firm specialized in organic ingredients, which offers different services tailor-made for consulting, intelligence, and drafting. I'm particularly going to talk about consulting. We support companies to choose their raw materials and organic additives. We support them on sourcing in this context of growth and lack of growth of the activity and lack of raw materials. We also get involved in evaluating formulas, the composition of the proposed raw materials, with the background against the regulations, and we also train. We also offer tailor-made studies on market studies, market intelligence, or regulation studies, or scientific studies. And we work more and more with an expert network from the organic industry to help us cover and provide a consulting offer which starts right from the beginning, when you start to build up the sector, right down to the distribution and marketing. That was our consulting activity. The second part is a web magazine, which was important for me when I set up this project, because what I wanted to do, as I said at the beginning, to provide visibility to the biological ingredients or organic ingredients that were on the market, which were not highlighted at all. And that's why I created this site, which has existed since 2013 and is an intelligence, very unique tool. And what we highlight is the news on suppliers in the news column. We work every month on different themes, analysing trends, giving feedback on events like this type of show. And we have an events agenda, specific events agenda within the industry. And a year and a half ago, we complemented this site by creating an online directory, because after 2 years of existence, it was obvious that people went on this site mainly to look for suppliers, which strengthened my initial idea. So we decided to put our database, suppliers database, online and create a real directory of suppliers of organic ingredients. Today, this directory is an online search engine helping you to look for ingredients by name or by ingredients category and to find suppliers, either by region or by certification. Also products depending on the applications that you're looking for and the features that you look for, and also with the criteria of minimum packaging. Because you know that in organic you've got all sorts of sizes of companies, particularly lots of little companies. When they look at, they're faced with big suppliers, can sometimes find it hard to find the correct volume for themselves. Today, this directory contains 400 suppliers, representing more than 3,500 products with 22 categories of ingredients, just to give you a few representative figures. And the objective, you probably understood, of this activity is to respond to the issues, the challenges in organics. We do it by the web content. I've given you a few ideas of our articles, published these over the last few years, looking at different current topics such as cereals last year, where it was a difficult year for cereal production, organic cereal production, and we were wondering about the regulation issues, about the forthcoming news. We analyse trends and we try to give a certain amount of inspiration for the formulas by describing launches in shows. We're always looking for up-to-date news on organic products production, and we try to understand what's at stake and what the challenges are to be able to relay that to the customer. This tool, as I said, is online on the INGREBIO.fr site, and all these tools are available to you for consulting in particular. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, don't hesitate.